the top to the bottom, the top I stop. At the core, I forgot. In the middle of my thoughts, taking far from my safety. Pictures there, the memory won't escape me. But why should I care? We're all about rock and roll. From the top to the bottom, the top I stop. At the core, I forgot. In the middle of my thoughts, taking far from my safety. Pictures there, the memory won't escape me. But why should I care?
Are you tight on me? Are you zoomed? Zoom.
You must exercise the proper technique.
About 5.5 years ago, I met Brad in college. Brad had been making music with Mike, and they had known each other since junior high. Mike had met Joe, our DJ in art school.
You know your style and when you're rolling with Mr. Hahn.
Mike and Brad, they came up with the first group of songs in their bedroom on Mike's little 4-track little drum machine. Real ghetto equipment, but it sounded really dope.
Rob, our drummer, had played with some of Brad's bands back in high school and that kind of thing. So when we graduated, I had been committed to a band I'd been playing with since high school. So I started touring with them full time. I left the band for about right between a year and a half.
When Chester came in, I remember playing through the songs, and there was certain parts in the music we were playing that were kind of hard for most of the vocalists to hit, and Chester just nailed it.
I got the demo and I was really excited about it, and I thought it was fresh, and I felt that I could really help strengthen the music.
See you really, Chester?
There was somebody actually in the studio that was trying out also. They just heard Chester sing and they just left.
This is the cover from the Hybrid Theory CD when we were called Hybrid Theory. I did this one and Joe did another one that was basically the mirror image of this, except for scary.
We're very collaborative on everything we do, including our writing process.
Okay, boys, we ready?
Chester and I usually, when we do lyrics, we sit down and we talk about them first.
And work out a way for both of us to get out what we're thinking and what we're feeling.
You love the way I look at you while taking pleasure in the awful things you put me through.
What makes people relate to them is how they come together, and the way they come together is on that plane that everyone can relate to.
Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last.
Whenever I'm doing something underneath Mike, either I play something and we sample it, or I'm playing a line that's repeating, and that's my cell phone. And rule number 1 in interviews is you're supposed to turn your cell phone off. Should I answer it? See what it is?
You like to think you're never wrong. You live what you've learned. You understand what you've been through. You live what you've learned. You like to think you're never wrong. You live what you've learned. You have to act like you're someone. You live what you've learned. You want someone to hurt like you. You live what you've learned. You understand what you've been through. I'd like to introduce
about the Sasquatch?
No. Sasquatch.
And it's mandatory that this Sasquatch grace the front of our dressing room door every day. And if for some reason it gets lost, it's a $500 fine on the production manager.
Hello, production. Lincoln Park. What's up? Baby, what you think?
That is awesome.
You're thinking I'm sexy right now.
I think that's great. That is awesome. I'm feeling good, yeah. I need to brush my head.
Heard that. Yeah. Got slept a little late today, huh?
I just woke up.
What do you think of my new shirt? Is it me? You like that?
We're testing it out on Digby to make sure, it looks nice, but it's definitely working. Definitely.
You get a new swag, big boy.
Oh no.
Oh my. Come on, man. That's the stuff. You're thinking I'm sexy.
What in the world have you done to our merchandise?
No, this is a new demo piece. Don't do this at home.
You look great, man.
Thanks, brother. I want every change.
What does this band mean to you at this point?
That's an interesting question. It's really complicated. I know that.
Hey, Mike, what happened?
Delson.
What happened, Mike?
Delson threw a Coke and it hit me in the head.
These are my 5 best friends, and we all kind of like are sharing in all these really interesting like experiences together. It's I don't know. It's awesome though.
I wanted him to throw me a Coke. I said, Brad, can you get me a Coke? And he said, what am I, your bitch? And I was like, no, just give me a Coke, please. And he's like, fine. And he softball pitched a Coke into my head. Like a line drive across the room.
This is the culprit right here.
Dude, I don't know if you'll be able to tell that there's a cut. Chester says they're cut like that. On the top of my head. Right there.
You can't see it because you just washed it.
I know. I washed it off. I had to go wash it off.
He's got a cut about that long on the top of his head from Brad Delson.
Oh.
And his head
It
hurt.
was so...
Don't try to justify it.
Oh, I forgot the best part. He wouldn't hand me the Coke because his foot hurts too bad to walk across the room. From that seat, right there where Chester is,
Mike, that
to right here. He couldn't walk over here because his foot hurt.
Mike. Okay, here's what happened. I go, can you catch the Coke if I throw it to you? And
Why
keep
did
in mind-
you want to throw the Coke?
Just to see if you could catch it. Keep in mind you had a Chili's. You did have a Chili's fajita pita in with your left hand, but you had your right hand free. So I threw it like this.
I told
straight,
you I have a
to try to get a
fajita pita
spiral,
in one hand.
and it hit you in the hand, and then line drives you in the head.
No, it line drives my hand and then hit me in the head.
His hand actually took the majority of the velocity of the can, and it just happened that it was here. If his hand wasn't there, he'd have a big cut right here on his head.
Let's figure that out.
But he did this, and it spun out of control and smacked him on the top of the head. So it would have been even worse if he hadn't blocked it with his hand.
I was in the shower, I just heard all the screaming. I totally didn't mean to hit him in the head with the Coke. I had no idea. It did travel a lot faster than I thought it would. Picked up some momentum, because I threw it probably about 50 feet across the room.
The Coke toss guns right there. It's on there first.
I really feel badly about it.
She actually loves it.
Me too.
Rob keeps us really tight on our live show because that is so important to us that, he makes sure that everybody's like putting in 100%.
I remember getting really, really nervous, in high school, playing for all my friends and stuff. We'd play at these parties or something like that, and those were I remember getting way more nervous playing those than playing Ozfest shows with 25,000 or 30,000 people.
Well, I think for each of us, one of our favorite bands is the Deftones.
The chemist says that tonight is the last night of the European tour with Taproot and Deftones.
And the fact that they asked us to tour with them in March here in Europe is like, I still don't believe it. Like, I won't believe it until we play our first show.
The chemist and his associates derived a meticulous plan to destroy the Deftones.
When we're on tour, the highlight of every day will be able to be just to play the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hahn. No matter how far we come.
2 years ago, we were playing clubs in front of like 50 motherfuckers. Night number 4, sold out Project Revolution.
Close my eyes. Now I see even everything inside. Now I see even when I close my eyes.
What up? You know what's nice is that our posters are right next to the sign for the toilets.
When it comes to practicing, or the show's not being perfectly tight, that's where I freak out and I get crazy, and I yell at other guys in the band, and I mention to them, like, this part of
the tight talk.
It's the talk, yeah, it's called the tight talk.
Who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this.
We have the tight talk, and I'll just kind of say, hey, like, the beginning of whatever song, your part didn't sound that tight tonight.
Like we had to stop the show because you're
Yeah.
Step up, come on! Yo, hold up, Rob, hold up.
You gotta get your shit together, Brad. You want them to get their shit together.
That was my fault.
Everybody say fuck you, Brad!
Who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this. Who can rock around like this? Step up, step up.
I think a big problem for this DVD is that we're not very good on camera.
I'm up here. Hello, up here.
You think that could hurt the whole project?
MTV Asia Awards, February 2002. Will you be there? Will you be watching?
Hey, we could get better, big fella.
Will you be there?
3, 2.
February. Stop sabotaging it. I can't do this together.
Put him down, put him down, put him down, put him down. Are you ready? Put him up like this, y'all. Put him up like this, y'all. Wave it from side to side like this, y'all. Wave it from side to side like this, y'all. That's right, y'all. Put him up now. That's right, y'all. Put him up now. Wave it from side to side like this, y'all. Side to side. Yo, help us out. Who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this. Who can rock around?
In the world of rock bands, there's pros and cons of getting free stuff. The pros is that you don't really have to shop, you don't have to buy your own clothes. The cons is, for instance, after we just finished an interview, you go back to your bag, you grab the first shirt off the top, and what happens? You have twinsies.
There's nothing less cool than being the two guys in the band that are on stage that are dressed the same accidentally.
Linkin Park chat. Word up. Everyone gets in except for me. And then when I do get in, they don't believe that it's me.
The internet's a really strong tool. It's something that allows you to really get your music out without, literally not spending anything.
As the band started, it was something that was there from the very beginning. We were very involved in going on the internet and going in chat rooms and talking to other music lovers of bands that were similar to ours, and we would just try and get them to come over to our MP3 site, check out our music, and then we had an open dialogue with a lot of people.
Look how fat my head is. It's even fatter than normal.
It's too big!
When we got signed and had a budget to go on the road, we were immediately meeting these people that we had talked to on the internet. So today, we're playing to a bigger audience where it's a little bit more difficult to just go out and hang out, but we still definitely make it a point to sign after the shows or do like some kind of signing booth.
How you guys doing? We got our tip jar out today. We're collecting money, bracelets, jewelry, earwax, lint, you know, anything anyone wants to contribute.
$1. $1? Do I? Yeah. I don't.
And at the end of this little thing, we're gonna give it to the last person in line.
I've got about 90 cents. Guys, one item only.
I'm gonna run away and open up my mind. Gonna run away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away.
We try and stick to kind of universal stories or universal emotions.
Sucks to be the guy that has to wear one of these, huh?
Can you tell us where we are again?
Western Chapel, Florida.
Have you heard of a band called Linkin Park?
Yes, I have.
What'd you think of them?
Yeah, I didn't go, but one of my coworkers went, and she said Linkin Park was awesome because her and her son went all the way to the front when they were on stage.
Well, it's difficult for me to think that our success came overnight because personally I've been doing this for 12 years. So that's one long night.
About 5 years worth of nights.
I think that whenever a great band surfaces, more power to them. I mean, they're selling records. You know, I get a little jealous sometimes, but it's all good, you know.
If you've never seen anything about our band and all of a sudden you're hearing, you know, 3 songs on your local radio station, I'm sorry. You might think that this is an extremely new phenomenon. And in one sense, yeah, it's been very fast because everything we've done has been becoming more intense exponentially in terms of our schedule, in terms of all the things that we're trying to do relating to the band. However, we started out as a band over 5 years ago.
One of the best things about being out here is you can go cow tipping.
This is our standard Hahn interview form, and we're going to have Cassie sign this. You're also saying with this that you think that we're funny and as opposed to annoying or obnoxious, which a lot of people think.
The only goal that I really had with this group, it was to make a record that I enjoyed listening to.
I wanted to make something that I could, you know, listen to at any point in my life and say that that was something that I was proud of, and I think we achieved that.
The original name Hybrid Theory was an idea to define the kind of music that we were doing so that at first glance, people who were, you know, maybe thinking about listening to it would hopefully have an understanding of what they were about to hear.
I didn't really see it as a rock band. I saw it as like a new type of fusion.
From the beginning, our goal was to bring together different genres of music, electronica, hip-hop, alternative rock, and make it into one sound that's indistinguishable.
Unfortunately, we had to change the name, which really stinks because like coming up with a name for a band is probably harder than writing a song. Linkin Park just happened to be one of those things. It really doesn't have any meaning and it's not really significant to anything, and I think that's kind of what I like about it because it allows the music to define the name rather than the name to define the music.
Mike always says, or we would never want to listen to a song and have it be like, okay, here's your hip hop verse, here's your hard rock chorus, and here's like the bridge that has an electronic feel to it. But instead have you just listen to it and say, I know that sound, that's Linkin Park.
Paranoia's all I got left. I don't know what stressed me first or how the fresh was fed, but I know just what it feels like to have a voice in the back of my head. It's like a face that I hold in, face and a weight that I go by, face that walks every time they, face that laughs every time they fall. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. stuck in a place so dark you can hardly see the manner of matter that splits with the words I breathe. And as the rain drips, acidic questions around me, I block out the sight of the powers that be and duck away into the darkness. Time's up, I wind up in a rusted world with eyes shut so tight that it blurs into the world of pretend. And the eyes ease open and it's dark again. Listen to the sound, dizzy from the ups and downs and nauseated by the polluted rot that's all around. Watching the wheels of cars that pass, I look past to the last of the light and the long shadows it cast. A window grows, captures the eye and cries out a yellow light as it passes me by. And a young shadowy figure sits in front of a box inside a building of rock with antennas on top now. Nothing can stop in this land of the pain. The sane lose not knowing they were part of the game. And while the insides change, the box stays the same. And the figure inside could bear anybody's name. The memories I keep are from a time like then. I put them on paper so I could come back to them. Someday I'm hoping to close my eyes and pretend that this crumpled up paper can be perfect again.
From the top to the bottom,
bottom to top, I stop
at the core of forgotten.
In the middle of my thoughts,
taken far from my safety.
The picture's there,
the memory won't escape me. I'm here at this podium talking, this ceremonial offerings dedicated to urban dysfunctional offspring. City governments are eternally napping, trapped in gritty covenants, causing urban collapse. And bullets that scar souls with dark holes get more than your car stole. Some hearts be blacker than charcoal. This society's deprivation depends not on our differences, but the separation within. No reparation is made, limited aid and minimum wage. Living in a tenement cage where rent isn't paid. Tragedy within a parade, the darkness overspreads like a permanent plague on the forgotten.
Tell us what happened.
Alright, I got bit in the ass by a mean spider who had poison while I was sleeping one night in the bunk.
And I wake up the next day with this big, bruising, sweltering spider bite on my ass. Alright?
All it looks like now is a bruise, because all the poison seeped into my system and is trying to kill me.
I didn't think much of it, I let it go.
The poison soaked into my body and infected all of my lymph nodes.
Next thing you know, there's more little sweltering things on my ass, right?
Don't you get sick a lot, Chester?
I get sick a lot, but this time I really didn't get sick. I was poisoned.
I just learned this on the Ozfest.
Yeah?
I don't know what it means though.
Damn, man, what's up? Okay, good. Rolling Stone, here we come, baby, that's right. What's up, all you rock and roll fans out there, man? We're just kicking it here at the Ozfest, you know, hanging out with godfathers of heavy metal rock and roll, man. Keeping it real. I'd like to take the time to say what's up to all my precious scales out there. And if you would be so kind, social, Rock on, baby. Yeah, man, there's a fan right there, man, just chilling, you know what I mean?
People always ask us about the burdens of, getting it up to play the show. That's not supposed to be a sexual double meaning kind of thing.
This is Linkin Park's warm-up before every show.
Even though that's when you're exerting all your energy, I don't know, there's just something that happens, at least for me, naturally, that even if I'm like dead tired, where I can't even talk to you, I still have as much energy as I need to put on an energetic show.
I watch how the moon sits in the sky in the dark night, shining with the light of the sun. Sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the moon's gonna owe it one. Makes me think of looking back to me and do favors that rapidly just turn around and start asking me about things that you want back from me. Sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you and the old this. Find a place to be agreed, we'll find a place to rest. You'll see it's not meant to be.
Do it like this.
Going down, it's 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 going down. It's going down, the rhythm projects round, the next sound reflects a complex hybrid dialect now. Detect the mesh of many elements compressed down, the melting pot of a super futuresque style. The combination of a vocal caress with lungs that gasp for breath from emotional stress with special effects. In a distorted collage, carefully lodged between beats of a rhythmic barrage. It's going down, the logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down, a logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creed. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creed. Going down. Once again it is composed sentences altogether venomous. The four elements of natural force projected daily through the sound of the source. Everybody on board as we blend the sword with the pen. The mightiest the weapon swinging right for the chin to elevate mental states long gone with the wind to defend men from shoddy imitation pretends. It's going down, style assimilation readily trekking through the weaponry of a pure pedigree. Cleverly seeing through whatever is ahead of me, whatever the weather be, we advance steadily. It's going down subterrestrial hot, a rhyme regiment that's calling the shots. Execution of collaborative plots ready to bring the separation of style to a stop. It's going down, a logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creed. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creed. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. X-Men about to blast off worldwide.
You do it like this.
About to blast off worldwide. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down your record grade. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record grade. This is going down. This is going down. This is going down. Put it on.
Do it like this.
Put it on.
How come you're filming, bro? This isn't a meet and greet. How come you're filming?
Dude, this is backstage footage right here.
Good. Your Grammy Award-winning look?
No, this is my
Congratulations, big time.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Guys, photos real quick.
Big.
Have fun. See you on stage.
Are they almost ready for us up there?
Check right now.
Congrats.
Congratulations. You tell me on what? Getting to Mexico?
That's kind of a final mix. We'll send it back to us up here. That will be here on stage. Okay. 1, 2, check. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Check. 1, 2.
What do you hope for the future of your band, Linkin Park?
Well, the only thing that I really hope for and the only thing that I really want out of life is to make music, and that's what we're doing. So in the future, all I can say is I just want to, continue to work and write music with these guys. And as long as the people want the music, we're going to make it, and that's all I hope for the future.
It feels like it's happened really fast because ever since we got together, it's been a lot of fun.
The only expectations we have on each other is being good to each other and performing every day to 100%.
For the future, I want to just keep doing what we're doing, playing live shows and having that contact with our fans.
I think I'm excited just to see what direction it takes creatively.
Pressures do come, but they're not bad pressures. It's a good incentive, at least for us, to make sure that we stay on the ball and meet all of our goals.
It's, I don't know. It's awesome though.
Turn off the camera, Joe!
How's it feel, Joe? Huh? How's it feel? How's it feel to be the guy? The guy in the eye?
Hey yo, when this first started off, it was just Linkin Park. And then in the middle came Motion Man. And at the end of it all, it was Cub Master Kurt with a remix. time when I was obsessed with time. All I know, time was just slipping away, and I watched it count down to the end of the day. Watched it watch me, and the words that I say, the echo of the clock rhythm in my veins. I know that I didn't look out below when I watched the time go right out the window. Trying to grab hold, trying not to watch, I wasted it all on the hands of the clock. But in the end, no matter what I pretend, the journey is more important than the end or the start. And what it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard.
I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, I so socialized. Like the host of the party, I spoke, shaked, and made eye contact. Partied and told strong arm at Northeast, Southwest coast. I'm staring out the window, no opportunity to mend up. I tried to sold up, you weaken your system and had to throw it up. I brought you back on the things, like imaginary man in your dreams. Dude always seemed to make it worth it. A pigskin, I never nerf it. You felt never pleather, real bringing the pleasure. By any means, it means I'm leaving your team. Follow the team, made it seems, but I tried so hard.
And got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Lincoln Park. Motion man. Lincoln Park. Cut master curve. Lincoln Park. Motion man. Lincoln Park. Cut master curve.
One thing, I don't know how. It doesn't even matter when you look at it now. Cause when I designed this rhyme, I was scared of it all. Scared to fall, and hadn't even tried to crawl. But I was forced to run, with you mocking me, stopping me, backstabbing me constantly. Remembering all the times you fought with me. Watch the clock, mouth chock full of hypocrisy. But now your mouth wishes it could inhale every single little thing you said to make things fail. Every single word you sputtered just to get your piece. But it really doesn't matter to me, cause from the start to the end, no matter what I pretend, the journey is more important than the end or the start. And what it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard. And got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
You know what I mean? You can put a label on a life, put a label on a lifestyle, you know? Put a label on how you wake up every morning and go to bed at night.
I've been digging in the crates ever since I was living in space. Before the rat race, before monkeys had human traits. I mastered numerology and Big Bang theology. Performed lobotomies with telekinetic psychology. Invented the mic so I could start blessing it. Chin checking kids to make my point like an impressionist. Many men have tried to shake us, but I twist my chords and